Hello. Okay, I said in the last video that the next video would be more of a talk video, but instead I've decided to shuffle them, and so instead I'm doing a guitar video because I kind of did that one out of order of this sequencing anyway. Um, so obviously we have the Jaguar, and this one is the Squier version, not the Fender version or one of the Fender versions. So right off the bat, you'll notice the giant headstock. I don't know if giant headstocks are all Jaguars or all Squiers, but both of my Squiers have giant headstocks, so there's that. But it does have the inlay instead of the dots, and we're talking about a plastic nut, obviously. Single string tree, and of course the extra circuit board here, same as the Jazzmaster, but the additional different circuit board here instead of just the switch. Two knobs, one for sound and one for other sound, right? Two pickups, not three like a Stratocaster. The bridge, same as the Jazzmaster, with a whammy tremolo, if you can hear that. A heavier guitar. This one comes in at about 9 pounds. I don't know if all the Fender ones are going to be very much lighter. And then, of course, there's plenty of videos where the guys talk about the switches, and I still haven't quite figured out the one yada, yada, yada. But, of course, these are the gizmos that you're typically buying it for. A little less the rollies up at the top. As I said in the Jazzmaster video, a lot of guys don't like this circuitry up here, and in the G&L video it's missing that entirely, and it has a third knob instead. Unfortunately, this one's kind of become my new most neglected guitar because it has all this extra functionality stuff. I don't want to just play it all the time as a, trying to figure out chords or, writing a riff kind of a guitar as much because, more stuff to go wrong, more possibly costly, expensive repair if something breaks, especially this is what, Indonesia, I think. Yeah, Indonesia. I haven't had any bad experiences really with Indonesian built stuff, but I don't, play them to death every single day or whatever. And it says what Squier on the plate, if I can get it. There you go. And a bit of the contoured back. So it's an offset body. So it's not exactly the same as a Stratocaster. Nice shape to it, the cool pick guard again. Ignore the sticker. The cool turtle shell pick guard that's a little bit more actually expressive than the more expensive ones. And you've got your port here. So you're having your cord sticking out at the 90-degree angle, which the Stratocaster I think is kind of an improvement on that. But I don't know if it's technically if this is an improvement over the Telecaster port down here. But I guess if you were just putting all the circuitry together, it made more sense to do it this way for efficiency, I guess. And as I always have to explain in all my videos, this microphone is absolutely terrible for recording guitar noise. So I can't really do play demos. I can only kind of do talk demos with any real certainty. And of course, as everybody's explained in all their infomercials, you've got the shorter scale neck, but the extra fret. So down here, it's technically 23 frets or whatever, instead of the standard 22, or sometimes I've seen it counted 21 versus 22. But on Fender site, I think a lot of times it'll say 22, but it's 21. I don't know exactly how that works. And of course, the part of the reason that I had to get, same as how I had to get the Fender Mexico Jazzmaster, I had to get the Squier version of the Jaguar to get the knobs and buttons in the places that I wanted, because there are variations. So I had to spend money to get less money to get more kind of stuff. And then, like I said, the quality and the build and this and that might not be as good, but I had all the gizmos that I want for that specific. Basically, you're just, you click in your switches and kind of preset your sound. If you're, maybe it doesn't work as much if you're playing live, but if you're recording a thing, you can kind of really dial it in advance and just have it like all ready to go, and then just make sure it's in tune and play your bit and go on to the next song, I guess. So that's, kind of a nice aspect of that. Whereas if you're playing live, you may or may not want every song to have the exact same dial settings, and so it might take a little more effort and time, and the audience may or may not get restless. Your results may vary. Okay, thanks.